Hello, Bl'Artagnan here with Commodore of the Skies, the Aranea Lost Chapter Lufenia Plus, bringing you a team of Exdeath, Prompto, and Y'shtola. Before we get into it, be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. They're minor actions that go a long way to supporting the channel, not unlike Y'shtola's minor battery there and max spray buff supporting the team. That might be the weakest shill I've ever done. Apologies for that, I feel like you deserve better. So what do we got going on here? I wanted to try Prompto out because I got his LD on the free pull because, you know, content creator luck, that sort of thing. And I figured who better to pair him with than the best character in the game, Exdeath. In a ranged crit fight, we'll bring a character who does neither range damage nor actual brave damage. No critical hits here. Perfect. And Y'shtola, of course, with her BT+, is one of Exdeath's best friends right now. Turns out Prompto actually pairs well with Exdeath here, not because like they have a synergy, but because Prompto covers this stage really well. He pairs well with everyone in this stage. Shocking. I know he's the featured character. Who would have expected that? But his follow-up attack lets even non-ranged characters deal with the ranged portion of the orb. We've already seen how effective linked attackers can be with Young and Core, and what I like about Prompto is he brings that linked attack kind of power while also bringing a shit ton of other utility. You can see there the dodge tank thing that he does. Admittedly, his linked attacking is not as potent as Core's or as Young's because, you know, it's reliant on him kind of maintaining this stacked buff. But I think that's a decent trade-off given the Swiss Army knife, jack of all trades. What are other cliches that people have been throwing around? He does a lot of shit, is basically what people are trying to say. Meanwhile, Y'shtola is basically just here because, you know, support, BT+, brave gain up, it's all good. You can see there some exquisite gameplay as Prompto nearly dies. But the second attack misses because I'm very good at the game and carefully planned it, so even though I didn't have his evasion up, I wouldn't get my ass kicked. Just another day in the life of one of the strongest DFFOO players in the community. You know, content creator rate luck, content creator dodge, evasion rate up. Stupid, absolutely stupid. The ultimate luck sack right there. So that was unforgivable. You will see, we will finish this fight with several of his evasion moves still in reserve, so that was completely avoidable, but whatever. I guess this is what we're dealing with now. You can see we're getting really aggressive with Exdeath here, just chucking out LDs, using his AAs, going real hard, because you can see in the lower corner, he's going to be tagging out for his twin brother over there. Well, slightly less handsome twin brother, no offense. But the general gist was I was trying to sandbag them up to the 80% mark, which we have now reached. That's why I was, I wasn't in the Burst Plus weapon, button. I wasn't using Kurasame. I was okay with just kind of slow rolling to get to this point. Here's where I figured, some defense goes up, so reductions probably kick in. Now we can start really trying, so to speak. And we're going to do that. We brought in the Aerith Call so that Exdeath, for his time on the field, does a bit more damage with the poisons and the batteries and all that junk. I don't think I actually needed to use Crackshot there. I'm still figuring out how Prompto works. But it's time for Y'shtola's Burst Plus. This shit here, this is the good shit. This is the premium burst shit right here is what it is. Just take a look at this. Just take a look. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. That's the good shit right there. 500,000 damage on an Almagist. You love to see that shit. Okay, taking some Reapers, that doesn't matter. Refresh Prompto's skill 2 buff. Get that link attack in. The orb is not currently an issue, so we're just going to be trying to blast our way through with our current Exdeath. Take advantage of that blue armor. Check this shit. Yeah, you love to see it. I seem to have an affinity for characters whose blue armors are selfish and not that good, but really satisfying when they work, my god. Alright, so once again with Prompto, I'm kind of ignoring the fact that he has like a dodge tank kind of thing. the lock. I'm not really taking advantage of that. I'm really just... Of all the things Prompto does, I'm doing like a couple of them. But it's okay. 500,000 damage plus another 200,000 from Prompto's follow-up attack. Take another attack to the face despite him having evasion in his kit. You know, just Bl'Artagnan things. So the basic idea here was I was going to really kind of sandbag them through 80%, then pull out some of the stops for the 80 to 50 mark. We got the Y'shtola Burst Plus, we got the Kurasame Base Call. We've been spamming Almagests with Exdeath, doing a nice chunky launch there. Pretty solid stuff. But we're getting to the point... Go ahead and refresh his skill 1. That almost fell off. Gonna be getting to the point where we can really step on the gas and kick things into high gear, and all the other cliches people used to say, try really hard. Link attacking our way to victory here. Another Exdeath LD here. The turn count is, at this point we're doing pretty well. We're past the halfway point in both turns and enemy HP. I think we're probably a little bit behind. But we have several tricks up our sleeve to make sure that's not a problem. So let's just go ahead and... What are we going to do here? We're going to just Scion's Arrow. We can afford to just kind of throw that out there, do some more damage. Finally, dodge tanking, as God intended. Going to go ahead and get a quick free link attack here. Since Prompto's LD buff is about to expire, we can press LD with him on his turn. Bringing an Inkwelder, bringing an Exdeath belonging to the one-of-a-kind Inkwelder of the Tomberry Troop. Shoutouts to the Tomberry Troop. Go support those guys. I know if you're watching this video, you probably use them as a resource, and they deserve a lot more of the support than most of the people in the community get, I feel, given the amount of work they put out and the good they do to the community. And I'm not just saying that because Ink's Exdeath is quite solid. You'll see there I started with the AA on Exdeath because my rationale here is you want Exdeath for the 3 turns his burst effect is active, right? The 2 turns where the burst effect isn't active, he's just kind of being a doofus. You don't really need him. Because you only need those 2 turns to apply, it's not a big deal. So you spend that turn 1 applying his AA, so for the 3 turns of his burst effect, he has more attack. And then that's 1 less turn he'll be on the field being a useless lump. Not that Exdeath is ever useless, you didn't hear me say that, but you know what I mean. His actual turn as a friend unit isn't going to be as impactful. Speaking of impact, bring in the Sid Rain's Call and Y'shtola. Now that I've spoken about Exdeath BT friend usage, time for Y'shtola to go into her BT phase. Right here. We're going to be getting a shit ton of launches thanks to Rain's Call. We're going to be getting a shit ton of battery thanks to Exdeath BT, and we're going to be poisoning the hell out of them during it. Prompto's also going to manage to tag a couple of link attacks along the way, so this is just a grand old time overall. Just some beefy launches. There we go. Prompto with the little follow-up attack there. There we go. Now, of course, we are no longer profiting from that burst effect on Y'shtola because it's run out, so the battery isn't the greatest, but we'll make it work. This is going to be okay. This is fine. We're fine. It's all good. We're using a synergy character and a burst plus character in the stage for Pete's sake. I think we got this. It's kind of funny because all of her skills have high turn rate with Y'shtola. I spend a lot of the fight now with her burst plus. Just kind of spamming Scion's Arrow because I don't want to jump turns. Funny how that works out, because I want to keep the burst effect going. Now let's go ahead and bring in that Kurasame. Notice I also spammed out his AAs before we got into this so that we could get more Exdeath burst effect. I mean, you know how this goes. Some actual decent damage off his EX, my goodness, that's frightening. Let's get that Grand Cross in action here. Another launch. This feels great, my god. I love Exdeath so much. Even a friend Exdeath with his weird Dilbert-style cape. That's my favorite thing about the Exdeath costume, but besides the fact that I think it's a prettier shade of blue, is that they make his cape look like you know, like an actual cape and not like this weird, like, curvy... Like I said, it's like a giant Dilbert tie. Not a fan. No offense, though. I love some Exdeath and Inkwelder. This is not a slight on you, you know? You're my buddy. We're cool. I know you have an exemplary taste in characters here, so it's all good. Anywho, gonna go ahead and AA our way to victory here. And finish them off right then and there. So there we have it. Exdeath through Lufenia Plus yet again. Thank you, Prompto, for the excellent linked attacks. Y'shtola doing great stuff. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Adios.